I'm going to teach you a few things about a person page today. This is a person named Anne Jane Mee who lived in Canada, and I'm just going to show you some of the things on her page that you can do. So details is where we look the most. This column is her parents and her siblings. This column is her husband and her children. And I've seen a few other relationships. I don't People use them too in weird ways sometimes. It's not necessarily useful, in my opinion, yet. Here's her sources. This means that it was put in a different way. This means that came from Family Search. If there's one that needs to be that not everybody is on it, there'll be a thing underneath a certain source that says not everybody's been attached. Collaborate sometimes is helpful when people might say, I know there's another child, but I can't find it, or I suspect that this or that and the other. Memories would be pictures and biographies and records, and you can take one of your memories and change her picture if you want. She has no memories. I have no pictures of her. So that's not going to happen. Some people actually do a picture of the person. Some people do a picture of the headstone, for instance. If you're a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, here are the ordinances done in the temple. Seating to spouse, seating to parents. That's handy to know if, for instance, sometimes I just go like this and I can tell that she does have parents listed or she does have a spouse listed. That only shows if you are related. So I'm related to her through this person. So if I click on her dad, I get these little boxes with dashed lines around it. That means I'm not related and I can do nothing about this. So here are her 7 children. See, this child does not have a spouse listed, but does have her parents listed. I'm going to go through all of her children later. This other information I choose to keep closed because it just takes up room and I don't use it very often, but there are a few things that I do use it for. When we put, and I'll tell you just a second, when we put a person's name in, let me close that so I can go down faster. We always put her maiden name, all right? She's married to an Eads, but we put her maiden name here. Let's say that this is her christened name, but she goes by Jenny. Jenny is a nickname for Jane. So I would come over here under other information. I would add an alternate name of Jenny, and I would say multiple sources or whatever here, and then I would save it. And what happens when you do that is it becomes part of the algorithms so that when you come over here to one of these places looking for sources, it will use the name Jenny. You know, some nicknames are obvious, like Bill for William, but some nicknames, we have a neighbor named Edward, and his nickname is Bud. So I would definitely want to put Bud in here because maybe in a census record he goes by Bud, even though he was christened as Edward. Here are some of the things about this person. She belonged to the Church of England, different places that she's lived. I choose to leave that closed. I believe that I mostly use Ancestry and Family Search. I believe these are all free. When you sign up for them, they're going to ask for your permission to associate with your Family Search which of course you want it to, because all this information will be used to find records in these other places. This is another one that I use a lot, is Merge by ID. You can just mess around with some of these places and stuff. These are the changes that have happened and who has done them. I'm going to show all. I have been working on her this morning, yes, but I'm not the only one. These are all from today. Family Search did something 2 days ago. These other people, if you want to get a hold of someone, you can click on there and send them a message, a chat. I find that very helpful. I get chats on a regular basis. And then I go back to Anne, Jane, me. And this one you should always keep open. It will show if there are possible sources that they want you to check out. Don't worry, yours is not going to look like this yet. I'm trying something out. Lab experiments in Family Search are experiments. They're like we're going to just try this out. We're going to get some feedback, and then we're going to open it up. So yours is not going to look like this. I'm trying it out. I will do a video about it later if it seems helpful or not. I usually keep that closed because I don't use it very often. And there you go. There you go. If you have questions, you are welcome to message me. And oh, one more thing. Funny thing. She has 5 sources that says she's female. I can't tell you how many times I have run across one that has a mixture. And you just have to use your best judgment to figure out what it is. If there's a World War I or II draft notice, you know that's a man. If they married a woman, you know you can't go by the name though. Shirley used to be a man's name. So you just have to use your best judgment on that.